In this tutorial in First Feature Producing, we're going to take a look at British brands. This is quite an interesting subject because you have to think what other countries expect you to make as a filmmaking scene. What do sales agents come to market looking for when they say, have you got any British films for sale at Cannes or Berlin? Some countries like Japan or the USA expect certain kinds of British films to be made. So what kinds of films does Britain have? For example, India has Bollywood, China has martial arts, chop socky, France has traditionally made romantic, period pieces and artistic films, and the UK? What do you think is the most well-known British brand? Actually, it's a Bond series, which is now a studio franchise. It's owned by MGM, and we've just heard that the latest Bond film won't be made yet because they just don't have the budget for it. We also are very well known abroad for making royalty and aristocracy films. Films like The Queen, Young Victoria, about the Queen Victoria, and The Duchess. We also make period drama, Brideshead Revisited, Gosford Park, Atonement. These all were up for Oscars and are very popular abroad. Youth Rebellion. This is a pretty classic British strand, embodied by films like Shane Meadows' This Is England, Trainspotting by Danny Boyle, Fish Tank, which won the Best British Film, Andrea Arnold's film, and 4321, a recent Noel Clarke film about the gritty side of being in a girl group. We also make biographies. Nowhere Boy, about Beatle John Lennon, Control, and Stoned, about one of the Rolling Stones. We also make exceptionally good documentaries, Touching the Void and Man on Wire. So realism and royalty are two filmmaking brands that we make exceptionally well and that overseas buyers will always ask for. Some of this stems from our UK TV history. A lot of our big directors cut their teeth making soap operas and plays for TV, people like Mike Leigh and Ken Loach. And then we went on to make loads of soap operas and crime realism dramas such as Hospital and The Bill. But like it or not, in our country, we do have a lot of brands. If your project was made in the UK, where do you think it would fit in? Youth Rebellion, royalty, aristocracy, or British realism? If you're not in the UK, think for a moment about what brands your own country makes. It's an interesting question.